Hello, welcome to the programme. There is only one place to start. Anfield, Liverpool, after the miracle on Merseyside. The club is through to a second successive Champions League final, having come from 3-0 down in the semi-final first leg to beat Spanish giants Barcelona 4-0 in the all-important second leg. The results, the atmosphere, the intensity, it has all been described as a special night in the club's history, and there have been many of those before. Well, Simon Crabtree was at that game. I won't even ask if you've recovered, because I'm sure you haven't, but can you try and explain somehow what you witnessed there on Tuesday?
Oh, it was a night of pure passion, of raw emotion. It was a night that left fans, players and the manager scratching their heads, wondering what on earth had gone. After being 3-0 down from that first leg in the Camp Nou just under a week ago, Liverpool came back and exceeded all expectations. Nobody outside of this city gave them a chance, and it was a night that is already being called the miracle on Merseyside.
Steeped in history, the scene of many great moments. But beating Barcelona in a semi-final from 3-0 down, the miracle on Merseyside, and a night that will live long in the memory.
We said it from the beginning, the boys, we want to create our own history, not because we are not happy about having the history of the club, no, because we need new chapters, obviously, and the boys did it.
The constant that makes all football clubs great is great fans. And Jurgen Klopp is sure that the Liverpool supporters can help drive his team to even further greatness.
We know that this club is the mix of atmosphere, emotion.
2 more matches for Liverpool and 2 more wins would guarantee that they will end the season with silverware. But whatever happens, it's already been a season to remember for Liverpool.
Well, the players and Klopp there in your report, Simon, were talking about how special it is at that club, and particularly on European nights. Why is that, though?
There's just something magical under the lights at Anfield, full stop. But you're right, they do turn it up to 11 on nights like these. Pep Guardiola said about the media being biased against Liverpool. These two who are with me, I think, are allowed to be. We've got James Pearce from the Liverpool Echo, and we've got Chris Kirkland, who used to play for Liverpool as well. I'll ask you that question then. All three of us were in the press box last night. What did happen?
Well, this place happened. You know, the fans happened again. Results like this don't happen, and nights like that without the fans. We've seen it before. I mean, the atmosphere last night wasn't 11, it was 111. It was the loudest I've ever heard it at Anfield, and without them fans, that result's not possible. But it's just, it's not properly sunk in yet. I mean, but you know, and it's only the semi-final. You know, we've still got the final to go. But what a night! What a privilege to be here last night. It really was.
Yeah, I must admit I'm still trying to come to terms with it myself. It doesn't feel like it was real. You know, I'd like to consider myself quite an optimistic person generally, but I thought it was beyond Liverpool. I thought the odds were just so far stacked against them. You know, you factor in the 3-goal deficit, no Salah, no Firmino, no...
I come back to it again, the crowd here, the Nou Camp, you've just mentioned it, we were the better team there. You know, we were all over Barcelona there. I've seen the stats. I know stats don't say everything all the time, but I've not seen too many teams like Liverpool, what they did to Barcelona in the Nou Camp. So over 2 legs, thoroughly deserved, but we certainly did it the hard way.
James, it was a night that hit the front page as well as the back page, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, you know, it's just absolutely unprecedented. I think it is a miracle, because just to shut this Barcelona team out, I think that was my big fear. It wasn't so much could Liverpool score 3 goals against Barcelona, because I think we saw in the first leg they created enough chances and Barcelona looked vulnerable enough defensively to do that. But to keep a clean sheet against Lionel Messi, the greatest player on the planet, Luis Suarez, one of the greatest strikers that's ever played the game, Coutinho coming back to Anfield, that is an absolutely star-studded Barcelona lineup. And you know, it was, and in the end, they actually did it with a bit to spare. You know, even in the last 10 minutes, once the 4th goal went in, I don't think anyone was even concerned that Barcelona would get one back, because they looked thoroughly demoralised by that point. They buckled under the power of Anfield.
Yeah, well, as James said, if they had scored a goal, Liverpool would have needed 5. As it was, Divock Origi scored the all-important 4th, 11 minutes from time. And what a moment from the ball boy as well. Quick thinking from him to throw it to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who whipped it in quickly. Origi got finished, and it left both managers wondering, again, what happened?
I don't know. I was surprised. When I looked up, I don't know what happened. It was a quick reaction from Liverpool. We've been really prepared for dead ball situations because we know they're strong in that position. Dead balls, they're dangerous. It was a surprising play, and it did surprise us.
So the managers were shocked. There were one or two shocked around the stadium. The unsung heroes, maybe the players who we didn't expect. Georginio Wijnaldum came on at half-time and scored a couple of goals. But Divock Origi, that's 3 and 3 from him. So maybe the warning lines were there. But did anybody expect Divock Origi to be the hero of the hour?
There was a lot. I mean, it's difficult to pick one player out. I mean, Joel Matip for me was superb again. He's been brilliant, you know, over the last few months. The whole team, it's difficult to pick one person out. Divock Origi, I'm sure he did, but if you're being honest, if you looked at someone to be a hero, you'd probably say he was unlikely, but you hoped he would, because any Liverpool player you hope to do, but you can't pick anyone out. The whole team, to beat Barcelona and to beat them the way they did, the whole team's got to perform to the maximum ability, and we did that. And people are saying about Barcelona they were poor and you know, they were disgraceful. Liverpool suffocated them. They did not give them a chance to breathe. They got in and around form to the maximum ability, and we did that. And people are saying about Barcelona they were poor and you know, they were disgraceful. Liverpool suffocated them. They did not give them a chance to breathe. They got in and around them, and the crowd as well, and Barcelona were completely shell-shocked. And that's why you look at the fourth goal, they were down and out. You know, the corner, yes, they were caught napping, and you said it was schoolboy defending, but you look at Barcelona and they were out of it. They were down and out, and that's why we got the fourth goal. So all credits to Liverpool.
Divock Origi, James, is a player who by rights shouldn't still be here, should he?
I mean, there's so many fairy tale stories in this squad, but none bigger than Divock Origi's. I mean, Liverpool agreed a fee with Wolves last summer for him to go there. It was his choice to say, you know, he said, no, I don't want to go there, I want to stay and fight. Barely kicked a ball in the first half of the season. Then he had that moment against Everton that you think, well, it doesn't get any better than that for him. Then he comes off the bench, scores the winner at Newcastle to keep Liverpool in the title race, and you think, well, God, he's done it again. But then, you know, last night is another level. You know, to be thrown into a game of that magnitude against stellar opposition like that, and to score twice and to be the hero. I mean, you know, I don't think he's far off getting a statue built of him around there.
Well, it left everybody exhausted, mentally and physically, I think, ourselves included on one. Let's not forget, of course, that this weekend it turns up another notch again. It's the Premier League's final day of the weekend. Ian Irving has been having a look at what could be another amazing match day.
As the Liverpool fans made their way to work or began their journeys home in the rain on Wednesday morning, the magnitude of their achievement was still sinking in. But the moment that the celebrations had finished less than 12 hours earlier at Anfield, their manager was already refocusing on producing something just as special in the Premier League.
Words can't describe it, I think, but it was a brilliant match. You could feel the spirit of the club, of the crowd. It was absolutely amazing scenes. Jurgen just motivated them all the time. You could see it from the... It was absolutely, I can't describe it, but it was brilliant. Yeah.
A final to look forward to now, but what about the final day in the Premier League? Do you believe you can have a comeback in that now as well after last night?
Well, you know, after yesterday, nothing is impossible. So, you know, it's all thanks to the spirit and the club and then the crowd, and it was unbelievable.
And can you do it then? Can you win the Premier League title?
Yeah, of course. It's not a question.
It was the Liverpool fans who once again showed the power of Anfield as they roared their side to victory. And with one last home game to come on Sunday, could they cheer their team now to the title?
It's not in our hands now, so we just try to finish the season well, and yeah, you never know what happened, but we try to win the game. It's also a difficult game against Wolves here at home, but with these fans, it's gonna be amazing. So it's gonna push us for sure.
Now we have another game this weekend against Wolves. It's gonna be very difficult. Anything can happen. But we just have to enjoy it like we did today, and in the end there's nothing more we can do, just focus on being the best that we can be.
We have to be ready for a big fight, and we will try to get the 3 points, and if we do that and City does it, then, you know, congratulating to them.
Manchester City may have the 1 point lead at the top, but there's a boosted belief now in this city after beating Barca that this could still be the man to end Liverpool's 29-year wait for a league title. Ian Irving in Liverpool for Premier League News.
So you should know by now, Liverpool need to beat Wolverhampton Wanderers this weekend and hope that Manchester City don't win at Brighton. Simple question, lads. And we've got another miracle on our hands.
I think there could well be. Yeah, do you know what? There's more chance of Brighton getting a result against City this weekend than there was a Liverpool overturning that 3-goal deficit. So miracles really do happen, and Liverpool will hope that lightning does strike twice this week.
Too many things have happened this season. Last-minute goals, you know, late goals. 28 late goals. It's got to lead somewhere. And yes, we're in the Champions League final, but I still think, yeah, we can do it, and there'll be another twist.
So Liverpool fans all over the world, the players, the manager, these two as well, will suck it up for one more time this weekend. Something remarkable has already happened. Can lightning strike again for Liverpool? Wolverhampton Wanderers here this weekend. They know they need to win and then cross their fingers that there can be another miracle, this time down at Brighton.
Can't wait for it. Thanks very much, Simon, as planned there. Now, do stay with us in part 2. Adam will be at the touchscreen ahead of another very important Champions League semi-final.